So Charlie, I've been, in all our advertising, I've been talking about this great difference between Concerto 16, the First Symphony, and Concerto 271, the piano concerto that you're going to play.
First of all, I'm so happy that this particular piece was chosen. I've learned it, I've taught it, but I've never actually performed it.
Oh, great.
I'm so thankful. I mean, most Mozart concertos from about that point on are just phenomenal.
Everyone, yeah.
What might seem like the most amazing part of something new is, I think, not the most remarkable part of it, which is the opening. Because you have a very brief orchestral introduction, and immediately the solo piano comes in, and this was never done. I mean, this is very new. But this playing of the dynamic between soloist and orchestra, which became, I mean, such a part of what Mozart did, but such a part of what concertos are, it goes throughout the entire concerto. And the slow movement is this amazing integration of opera seria and amazingly beautiful string writing, and just passing the most beautiful phrases back and forth, even sometimes fragments of phrases between piano and orchestra. And the final movement, which is a very exciting rondo, but has this central section, A-flat major, which Mozart later did in K482, also a much more extensive piece in E-flat major. But this, I think, is just, it gets me chills thinking about this. Set up by this huge lead-in, and then it starts with the most simple, beautiful minuet probably ever written, I can imagine. And then you're accompanied by these string pizzicatos. I mean, it's just one of the most miraculous textures, you know. And of course, my knowledge of the pre-K271 concertos is not that great, but I mean, this idea of integration of color, of what the orchestra can do, even with something like this with only two oboes. And later on, of course, the integration of winds and wind writing with piano.
Even in this piece, the winds are doing things that they never did before in Mozart's music. Yeah.
So it's like everyone is involved in this amazing conversation and drama, and going from the most joyful, boisterous things, humor. The recap, I think, is almost Haydn-esque in the way he reverses things, you know, where the piano has the orchestra, and then the orchestra says what the piano does at the beginning, but then it's like, no, that's wrong. Let's straighten it out. And then it's just it's so humorous, and then obviously it's like, boom, genius at work.
Yeah.
You know, what was a concerto? I mean, he of course played most of his later concertos, but this was written for this woman.
It was written for this woman who we thought was named Jeune Homme, Mademoiselle Jeune Homme, for many, many years, but now it turns out to be Frau Jeune Homme. And we know that she was in Salzburg in 1776 or 1777, and whether she commissioned the piece or whether Mozart just wrote it for her, I'm not sure. We don't know that there was commission involved, but I sort of think there must have been. But she must have been something else again as a pianist, don't you think?
Because piano writing is just leaps and bounds, much harder and much more extensive than anything he ever did before.